which is why I keep saying IQ test should be done before these motherfuckers are able to vote. Oh, okay, my bad. I thought you was responding to be saying that a lot of the women would vote for. But yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know what they can do to to get our vote. But Todd, maybe you can help me out. What's something outside of the reparations?
Economic opportunities. And as of now, the guy you was just talking about, Governor Newsom and JD Vance, are the front runner. And that puts, in my opinion, our demographic as Black American men in a very awkward, peculiar situation, bro. Because we really can't expect nothing from either one of them. So I would just love.
I'll tell you this. My bad to interrupt you real quick. I'll tell you this. I don't give a fuck what Gavin Newsom talking about. He ain't getting shit. But go ahead.
I mean, so there you go. You're a black man and you spoke it. So you're saying no matter what, Galvin, a lot of us probably feel the same way about JD Vance. So the question becomes.
And I'm not fond of him either, but hey.
So that's the most interesting part of it. What do we do as 9 million voters out of 14 million registered voters? So there's 14 million Black American men that's registered to vote. You know what, Jamie? I might have that wrong. I might have to fact check that. The population, because we're only 6% of the national population, according to the census. So I think our population number is 14 million, and 8 or 9 million of that 14 is registered to vote. And that don't even mean, and I just saw these numbers, but so it's something like that. So the question is, what do the 9 million Black men do? If you say there's nothing Galvin can do to get your vote, people gonna feel the same way about JD Vance. What do we do? And I don't have an answer to that as of this conversation. So I'm looking forward to hearing Black Americans, men's perspective on what we can do as 2028 approaches.
So, like, we do know that, let's talk about Gavin a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We do know that he did this phony signed reparation bill for California, which he did that shit, early last year sometime or some shit, right? When was that, when he did that?
Yeah, last year. You got that right, yeah.
So we are halfway through this year now, and crickets. Nothing has been talked about with it. And like I said when I first said, bro, this is just a stall thing. And Gavin is just doing that to make himself look good because he's going for the big house now. So he's going to push in his campaign. They're going to have ass and shit running. Gavin will fight for you. He signed the reparations for Black people in California. He is for you. You know how they be doing with them bullshit ass they be doing. And I guarantee you they're going to put that as part of his campaign. And some people are going to eat it up. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but Black women is absolutely going to eat it up. And remember, we had this discussion on it. I told you only time can reveal the truth. But I'm telling you, if he wins that primary, we're going to get the answer to it. And I'm telling you, Black women is going to vote for that man at a very high rate.
He's going to win the primary, Jamie. So what do we do as Black men, bro? So I just pulled it up on Grok. Approximately 9.6 million Black American men, Black alone, were reported as registered to vote based on the latest U.S. Census Bureau data from the November 2024 current population survey, voting and registration numbers. So 9.6 of us are registered to vote, which means less than that actually do. A lot of us don't vote. Back to your point, he's the favorite, bro. He's going to be the guy. He's the go-to guy for the Democratic candidate. What do we do? That's not a rhetorical question. I'm asking you, brother to brother. What do we do? I fully agree with everything you just said. He used that as what did you call it? He used the reparation thing as a stall tactic. You're spot on with that. To buy time, to use that as a campaign strategy. So what do we do? Do we sit this out? Do we do a protest vote?
I think the best thing that Black men and Black women can do to really make them feel less is to not vote at all. The same thing Dr. Umar has been telling us for the long. Don't vote at all. Because I think Puma Fist actually has a point here. He says voting is for the powers that be to gauge where the I think he meant the populace is at. So yeah, he basically to have an idea of what they're thinking. It has nothing to do with what the people actually want. I agree with him with this. They're actually they're putting it out there to be like, okay, so majority of the black people are still leaning Democrats. So that means we still got them under our in our, well. Oh, a bunch of them are voting Republican now. Okay. They starting to slip away from us as far as that. So we need to find this way to control them. But if we were to all collectively come together, both black men and women come together and say we're not voting at all, they will have no idea what we're doing.
All right, so that's I appreciate your courageous statement to put that out there. And that's a solution. So Jamie has put out his solution, and you included all women. You didn't just say black men.
Yeah, because it's more crucial that our women do it than us.
For our women, that's a big ask for our women because they run the Democratic Party.
Exactly, which is why it's more crucial for them to
give up. So you're asking them to. We got two of them on the panel now, and I know Solo is civically engaged. Not so much sure about Kyra. I'll let her speak for herself. But our Black American women run the Democratic Party. They may have some handlers that's telling them what to do or influencing them one way or the other, but they predominantly run the Democratic Party. So to tell them not to vote and they run the Democratic Party, how realistic is that? And I'm not pushing back on what you said. I'm just, we sharpening thought right now.
And I would say there's going to be even more hard given that, I mean, what would be the alternative? So we're not just not going to vote, right? We're not just not going to vote. We're going to vote. But who is the alternative that we're voting for? If you black men aren't going to set that up, then you asking us to move from one thing to another without having another plan.
So the other,
other
alternative is what Taj has been mentioning a couple of times. We do have another party that's out there, the Justice for All party, which is what he's been promoting for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
That's an alternative for us.
Who's running for president for them? Who's running for president for them?
Dr. Umar Johnson. I had to think fast on my feet with that one. I climbed up the treehouse and crawled out on a limb with that one, but I didn't want Solo to catch us slipping, so I had to give her an answer.
But
Solo,
look,
get in this inbox now. Solo, hey, Umar, what's up?
But I agree with what Puma said, though. That's what I was saying from the beginning. I truly believe that these presidents are selected. They're not elected. So it doesn't matter because if we did that, that's gonna let them know, okay, they on some empowerment shit. It still lets them know where our mindset is at. We don't vote at all if they don't fucking know shit.
Now, Jamie, this ain't a moment where I'm simping for Solo, but I kind of want to hear the back and forth because Solo is saying we've taken some steps to take lead as she always encouraged us to do. But she's asking us, where are we leading them? And if you're saying really, you're not saying that, so I'm not going to put words in your mouth. It sounds like Solo is asking us, where are we leading them? Are we just leading them out of the Democratic Party into the middle of a field and we just chilling, a tabernacle? Or to your point, Jamie, you said if we lead them into the Justice for All party, now the powers that be know our thinking. Solo, take it from there.